Well, hello there, and welcome to this, the 95th episode of The Madness Table, where ice cream murder becomes ice cream murdery. That was a deep cut because of Will's ice cream thing. He's an ice cream genius.
He does ice cream things.
You're just digging the hole deeper.
Yeah,
You're just digging the hole deeper. Keep going.
I can't see the bottom. It's all caramel swirl down here.
It's all cream.
Call that Rocky Road.
If you want to know more about Will's ice cream perversions, hit us up on our Discord.
That's not on our Discord.
It is now.
It's on my OnlyFans. Johnny Stone, check it out.
Which is linked on the Discord. Maybe.
Find all our 18 plus links on Linktree.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that is where we have our social medias, over on the Tree of Links. Yep. A great place to be. And if you like this kind of inane content, please rate and review. Save Sam from this perpetual torment in which she weekly subjects herself to.
What's wrong with me?
I mean, that's a different podcast, Sam. And now I throw it over, once again, to Will.
Thank you, Andrew.
Speaking of not qualified to handle Sam.
I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't either. Do you want to elaborate on that?
No.
I don't want you to elaborate.
You don't need to. I get it. And
okay, as long as you get it. I guess that's all that matters.
We love you, Sam.
So last time, y'all completed your meeting with the Diggermatics, in which they had asked you to finally try to organize a meeting with the infamous Chipgrin, the leader of the Gold Whisker clan, of which Hester is a part. And after a little bit of deliberating on as to your particular path, you decided that you were going to head straight for them to deliver this message from the Diggermatics and Hester to check in with Chipgrin after a number of weeks of being away. You guys were let in through the secret knocks that the Gold Whiskers have, through a set of sealed doors that go from the reception hall within the mainstay of Blingdenstone into their warrens, in which you met the man, the myth, the legend, the father, Chipgrin, who welcomed you amongst him and his people, his family, as he liked to refer to them. And you all noticed that they were in pretty dire straits. Many were wounded, if not all of them. Some weren't quite friendly in their demeanor as to your entrance in joining them all. However, Hester, you notice that your family, essentially your clan, their numbers are greatly depleted. You know, a lot of faces that you can know and recall are no longer there. And what you all came to learn was that in the intervening weeks since Hester left and met the two of you, oozes have become more and more rampant and surging through the warrens before even reaching the rest of the deep gnomes within Blingdenstone, attacking them and then moving on into the far uncovered reaches of what's left of Blingdenstone, which covers a very large area. And Chipgrin was able to give you a glimpse to show you what laid beyond these piles of rubble that had been formed. And he told you that there is a mysterious figure that he has spotted and overheard that has called themselves the Pudding King. And it is Chipgrin's belief that this figure is the one causing these problems. However, to be of any kind of service or to stand strong when talking with the Diggermatics, they're in need of help. They need someone with prolific healing abilities or someone to come in and begin tending to their wounded outside of the Diggermatics' realm of control, because trust has not been established. And so they've asked you if you could perhaps investigate some rumors of someone who might fit the bill on the outskirts of Blingdenstone. And so Chipgrin kissed you all on the cheek, said thank you very much, and popped you out the door, in which we find the three of you standing now back out in the reception hall. All of you make perception checks for me.
Ooh. Love starting out for roll.
The rolls.
Better when I roll high.
Wow, Hester, that's surprising that you got a 9.
I rolled a natural 3.
Everybody else?
I also rolled a 9.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Wow. Hey guys, this is good.
Yo, where's the toad at? Maybe he can help us out.
Yeah, where's that man at?
Where's Bumble? You all step out into this reception hall, and you're hearing the door close behind you, and as it seals shut, you hear a skittering of rocks over to your left-hand side. And you all look over, and I need Hester to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay. Uh, 24.
Okay. You all look over, and Hester, you see a rock flying straight at you, and you just manage to dodge your head out of the way, and it skitters and clatters to the ground behind you. And where you all look over is you see that there's a large group kind of tucked into this corner over here as I'm pinging on the map. What would be, to anybody who's watching, to the west. You see that there's a group of like 12 deep gnome children, and they look ragged. And you've seen these kind of kids moving around throughout the city before, but this is the first time you've seen them kind of banded together. And you see that amongst them are a couple older children, some a little bit younger. And one of the younger ones was standing a little bit before the rest. And this older one comes up and grabs them and is like, no, we don't do that. And you can see that this little kid is just staring at the three of you with just anger in their eyes. And the older, like, teenager, you would assume, that has kind of grabbed them goes, I'm so sorry about that. Please excuse us. Pay them absolutely no mind. Come on, everybody, let's go. And they're like trying to shoo all the kids away. Do you do anything?
Yes, my dear acquaintance. What the hells?
You can see some of the kids actually get kind of scared as you speak to them like that, but the older one just kind of turns around from ushering the rest away and goes, again, I'm so sorry. Please. And they turn back to the kids like, the rest of you, can you just go home now? And you see the kids begin to scatter, except for that one that threw the rock at you, Hester. They're just still mad, and they yell at you. Do you know them? Are you working with them? The rats?
This child seems unusually aggressive.
Yeah, this kind of thing is taught. I'll handle this. Hester is going to approach, sort of kneel down. I am. In fact, some of them I consider very good friends. And I think that you might have been taught some prejudices that are not that kind. Shouldn't assume that all rats are here to hurt you. I happen to have spoken to a very important rat just now who wants nothing more than to help you.
Sir, and it's like you can see the teenager is like trying to interrupt you until the little kid steps forward and slaps you. And you think this little kid is probably like 8, and you can see that there's like some tears actually starting to come to their eyes, and they go, they killed my dad. And they just run off. That younger kid just runs off. And the teenager's like, I'm so sorry, sir. Please forgive them. They don't know. I understand you're trying to do the right thing.
You have nothing to apologize for.
No, she has two things to apologize for.
No. Things have been complicated. There's too much blood on both sides of this. Go catch up with your friends.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being so right, anyways, and they just like run off after the rest of the kids, and you can hear them calling out to them like, "Come back. Why did you can't do that." What's Hester thinking after that interaction there? What's everybody thinking, honestly?
I mean, kind of what he's already been at and what he said. That, like, this is the complexity of a turf war. You know, these are... This whole mess of two people too proud to get over their own issues has collateral damage.
Mm-hmm.
So, the sooner the two sides unify, the better everyone will be able to live.
Yeah, I think Scylla's, she will have approached Hester. Are you all right, Hester?
Yeah, just...
The slap did not mar your skin?
No, I think I'll survive. We've got a few healing potions anyway.
Yes, that was a joke I just told.
I can tell you're learning, and I'm proud of you.
Yes, thank you. I have grown up around certain prejudices, as you call them. And, oh, was that your mysterious magic brick? Your phone? Sorry, I couldn't resist.
No, my spell gems go off sometimes, just randomly. Had thunderous smite in my back pocket. Just don't look at my trousers.
Oh, no.
Cut. I have grown up around some unfortunate prejudices myself, and it is never easy to teach those who have been wronged and taught that it is a group of people who have caused that wrong. I wish I would love to teach them better, but...
Oh. Unfortunately, learning goes both ways. There's a difference between prejudice and experience. That's why, in matters such as these, nobody wins. We've been dealing with this for years, so...
How would no one win in this circumstance, do you think?
Well, I mean, everybody hates everybody at the end of it.
Yes, or the Pudding King kills all the gnomes.
Well, that is the end problem. We're too busy squabbling amongst each other. Eventually someone can come in from the side and take us both out. Which is what I've been afraid of, and what is clearly happening. There's some historic saying, somebody wiser than me made a comment about a house divided, whether it could stand or not.
I would not think a house divided could stand.
No, I mean,
What they say.
The supports need to be utilized.
Yes.
Was this person a very good architect?
They would have a
Did
better
y'all
chance
become
underwater.
Architects.
I'm smart.
I don't have the requisite intelligence score for that multi-class, William.
Yeah, the architect. It's the new artificer subclass. It's really good.
Let's go.
It's just about as useless as a dwarf stone cunning.
Mm-hmm.
Hey.
Well, what I would say, Hester, is perhaps once we have satisfied the environmental conditions requiring everyone's fear for their own safety, perhaps there is more to be done once that is cured.
Oh, I'm sure there will be years of unlearning and tension before we're truly living happily together. But
A cause worth doing.
I agree.
Indeed. And you'll need that unity in order to train for the unrelenting assault of demons that will soon be at your doorstep.
This is true.
That might expedite the process slightly.
Yeah. Well,
Yes.
that's a plus.
Camaraderie and threat of death.
There is
Strong
no camaraderie
motivators.
like that of the gallows. This is true.
Jesus.
This is good. There's just another kid there, just like sitting in the corner.
He
horrified.
never left. Yeah.
What?
Starcallers had him like pinned by the throat against a rock this entire convection. Where's your
Yes.
friend? Where do they base?
Where are the other kids going?
He
Learn
thinks
these
he
lessons now, Robin.
They think losing a father was bad. Where does their mother live?
Oh.
I will make heroes of them yet.
Anyway,
Well, so here
this
you are.
touching moment brought to you by genocide.
Oh.
Potential genocide.
Potential genocide.
Potential.
You've come out from this meeting and immediately you're slapped in the face, literally, with once again this reality that not everybody is going to be for this potential unity, and this is the first time you've really been able to see the tension between the two groups, because it's been rather quiet, other than, people just being kind of outright like, well, screw the rats, we don't want them here, they're killers,
Right.
blah 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 blah. And then you, Hester, a lot of your folks consider it the same way for the rest of the deep gnomes. Y'all are just trying to keep what you've had for centuries since the drow went through. Like, you are the direct lineage of those that managed to survive here. So you all feel very very good in your claim to your home and what should remain yours. And so you now have all these tasks, and we talked about this earlier today. You've got a couple of things that you can go ahead and do. And what things do you feel like you all want to tackle now?
So we got the letter from Chipgrin, or the note from Chipgrin, that was sort of laying out the terms of the parlay for the Diggermatics. I think we were going to head to them, give that note, as well as ask if they had any knowledge about this healer that Chipgrin is looking for, before we just launch ourselves into the Underdark looking.
Sure. I will say one bit of information that you would know, Hester, is that just about anything on the outskirts of Blingdenstone can be a bit tricky to find. The direct route that everybody gets to take, especially when there's supplies coming from the surface, and you would have watched this, especially, with the trade going on, is the Deep Gnome had created a series of labyrinth-like paths encircling the city. So those that tried to get to it quickly and effectively with any kind of force had to kind of find their way there. And not only was it very difficult to navigate and find the correct ways, your predecessors had set up numerous illusions and traps within those passageways to ensnare folks or send them back and essentially exhaust them until the deep gnomes could muster enough people to get out. And so, if it's anywhere within those areas, it will be difficult to certainly find them. You could be out there for potentially days unless you stumble upon the right clues to pick up on someone's direct path. But you all want to go to the Diggermatics and confirm perhaps these rumors and deliver the message from Chipgrin.
Right.
So you make your way to the south, all the way back to Diggermatic Hall, and you see them once again conducting business with numerous individuals till Dorbo notices the three of you step forward, and they just kind of wave you up, and he says, "So how did it go with the Chipgrin?"
I have been given a sealed note with the details of your meeting. He was very enthusiastic about the prospect. The colony is in a bad way. These slimes and oozes that have started seeping their way through into Blingdenstone proper. It seems like they're all flowing through the colony first. Their numbers are hurting. The survivors aren't in much better shape.
Interesting. Well, we will take this information and we will send a letter back confirming that we have agreed to the location, but I will not ask you to personally run that, as we now know they are willing. So please consider yourselves free to attend to whatever personal matters you might have. Unless there's some way I can help you.
There is, actually. Chipgrin was looking for a healer to take care of the members of the colony that need it. But he did not want to call upon any more of your resources before before any communication and camaraderie has perhaps been established. He had mentioned there were rumors of a healer in the outskirts, but I wouldn't even know where to begin looking for one, so
I cannot confirm any reports of any kind of healer that might be or might not be out there. We have not been able to properly man or keep track of the comings and goings within the labyrinthine tunnels outside of the city. So your guess as to where you begin is as good as mine. However, we could give you a lantern of disillusionment so you do not run into any of the old traps, if you think that will be of help to you.
if you can spare one, that would be incredibly helpful.
If you can check in with the guard tower before you exit the city, they will give you one, and I will draw up a note. And he writes down on essentially a piece of parchment. He's like, give them a lantern of disillusionment. And he signs it and stamps it. He's like,
Incredibly formal.
they will not deny you that. But good luck out there. As I said, we have not been able to properly maintain it or man it, so any liability or issues, you're on your own out there.
Well, that's understandable. This is help enough. Thank you very much, Dorbo. Is Senny around currently?
Senny's there. She's in the midst of talking with what looks like a couple of merchants. You see that there's a dwarf and a human amongst them, and then another deep gnome. And they all seem to be kind of like haggling about some things. Do you want to try to talk to her?
No, I'm just setting scene for myself.
Yeah. No, Dorbo has like clearly taken a moment, and you can all see behind you that a small line is starting to form. And I would say that like in your time, in the few days that you've been here in the city, you would all know like on your numerous paths to the Caves of Clatter and back and forth to the Foaming Mug is that this place is always busy. Dorbo and Senny are constantly working. They like nobody sees them almost ever take a break. The first time that you saw them seem any type of leisurely was when they actually came to you at the Mug.
Gotcha.
So they're busy, but Dorbo is being very patient and, looks to Starcaller and says, "Is there anything the two of you are in need of, or is this enough to help the lot of you?"
All right. I think this is well enough to put us on our way as we seek the forge of known as Skyhammer. They have the outskirts of town, and like Artemis gets like a faraway look in his eyes. Oh, I mean, no. Oh, yeah, we're looking for what he said. Yeah.
Yes? That?
I am not distracted.
Are you?
But I said I was, so I mean, yeah. I'm on task.
Very well.
Good luck on your travels in the tunnels. We do hope for your return.
That's
good luck if you
the
find
real reason we need the healer. We need
forge.
We need to get him tested.
Right. And he winks
I
at
will
you.
bring you. I will bring you a tong, Mr. Diggermatic.
I have no need for a tongue, but I appreciate
It's a
gesture.
very special blacksmithing tong of the legendary Skyforger.
Absolutely, and I have no training in that particular skill, but thank you. Thank you very much.
Think of the impressive paperweight you could have.
Absolutely, yes. And he's like looking at his desk, and he has rocks everywhere over all the papers that he has. Yes, I could probably hold down a few at a time. That would be good.
Indeed. Yes. Well,
All right.
Well, we're going to
I
get
have
moving
business.
along now. We don't want to take up any more of your time. Come on, Starcaller, let's go find your tongue.
Oh, yes.
And he immediately starts addressing before you even walk off the next person in line. So, all right, you guys are free to do whatever you want. If you want to head straight for the tunnels, you're welcome to, unless there's any kind of trading or preparation you guys want to do before you get out there. Because essentially, you will be stepping into the wild once again.
I mean, I think Hester is ready to go.
If we could run to the market, I'd love to buy some more arrows.
Okay.
I'd pick up healing potions.
Okay.
So
What?
basic.
I had to use all mine on you idiots. So
Yeah, that's a good. Let's buy some of those.
That's fair.
All right. What? Which size are you looking for? Because I'm gonna roll because they all have different rarities.
yeah, it looks like I have 2 regular potions of healing. I would look for some greater.
Okay. Let's see here.
Can I aid her in that?
It's like there's some there. I'm now just gonna roll for how many are currently available. Okay, wow. So I rolled an 8. So there are 8 potions of healing greater that are available. I will say that influx is due to the recent traders that came in that Bumble de Garp was a part of. Those are uncommon, and if I remember right, I think those are $250 a piece. I think they can go all the way up to like 500 for an uncommon. So let's just double check. Yes, so 250 to 500. I'm gonna say it's 275 a piece.
What?
Yep.
We're getting fucking scammed.
Well, find yourself a healer.
No.
You say 275 for all three?
You're looking at a vendor that has two eyes going in different directions, and they look scraggly as hell, and he's just like, yeah. You want them or not?
Yes, to be clear, 3 potions for 275 total.
No. It's a piece. What you trying to do? You trying to outmath me?
Can you tell me what the total is for 3?
750.
Sold.
Nice.
750. No, 7. Yeah, 750. Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
I would also like 3, please.
Cool. 750. Gold, please. Gold, please. Give me gold.
Oh, Artemis is like reaching into his pocket for silver. You caught me. Oh, you're good. You're good.
It's my eyes. It's my eyes. They see what you doing.
Can I just try
That's
to
terrifying.
Can I just try to grab the healing potion that's sitting right in between his eyes? See if it's like a blind spot.
I will totally let you try to shoplift one of these healing potions if you want to roll a sleight of hand for it against his insane perception, because he's got them googly eyes. They always
Hester's not the kind to disrupt the commerce market.
Oh,
On,
I would say as well, you would know Scylla would not allow you to steal.
Also, we're trying to
You'd have
advance
to
the
see.
rare rat agenda here, Hester. Come on. We cannot push back the agenda. We gotta roll it forward.
That's right.
What agenda are you trying to push? I'm doing just fine.
I'm pushing the Hester. We're gonna make Hester a hero of the people, and that's how we're gonna win acceptance. He's gonna be the Jackie Robinson of the Underdark.
You know what? I like your agenda better. Starcaller 2024.
Vote for me.
Artemis, your arrows are 5 copper pieces for a bundle of 20.
No.
That's exactly how many I wanted. Perfect.
Okay, so 20 for 5 copper.
That seems
Alright.
really cheap.
They are very cheap, but that's just generic arrows.
Yeah.
If you want like arrows +1, you're looking back at that, 250, 500 range, because they're uncommon, and then everything else. It's not right.
Can you remind me of the timeline since our last long rest? Have we had
It hasn't even been like 2 hours since you woke up.
Okay.
Yeah, we woke up and were having breakfast when Dorbo and Sunny came and met us in the tower.
Okay.
Yeah. So like 3 hours. So it's probably like, if we're gonna do it off of a regular clock, let's say you guys like had a lazy morning, you were in by 8. So let's say it's like closer towards 11 at this point when you're in the market.
I would also purchase some parchment paper.
Parchment paper. Stack of 20. Let's say it's 10 copper.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and set myself. It's 5 copper for a bundle of 20 arrows.
Yep. I would say, I'm actually going to go, in case this changes anybody's mind, I'm going to say it's 250 GP for 20 plus 1 arrows.
Whoa. 250 for a full bundle?
For a full bundle of 20 plus 1 arrows, 250 gold.
Yeah, I would also do that, please.
Okay. Go ahead.
I am just going to go ahead and get myself 500 regular arrows.
Holy fuck. So what does that cost
Where
you?
are
Like
you
a gold?
holding those?
That's just 125 copper.
Okay. Again, so here's the question. I mean, yes, you have the ring, but how are you holding these? Do you have a bag?
We
A
have
bag
a
of
bag.
holding?
Yeah.
Okay, so everybody's just like, all right, this thing's gonna be filled halfway up with all these arrows.
Does not take up that much space.
Arrows take up a lot of space. They don't stack nice.
Well, if you're just like
Does he have
dropping
500
it
to
into a extra dimensional rift.
It's if you buy 500, there will literally be no arrows available.
I'm basically just doing this so you never ask me if I have enough arrows again.
Absolutely. I will always ask you.
This is less for the technicality and more for the I want to stop tracking arrows, so I need to set myself up for that.
I'm gonna invent a monster that eats only arrows, and then you're gonna be fucked, and you're just gonna be
Every time it hits you, it consumes a bundle of 20 arrows. Okay.
Silas definitely holding the bag of holding though.
All right. How about this? We'll get 200 arrows.
Oh, okay. Oof. That's, you know what? That's a better count. I like that number. Yeah, the guy.
It's 10 bundles.
The potion guy is like staring at you, bartering with the other guy, and he's like, "That was a good deal. That was a good bargain. I like that bargain. That was a nice one. Don't try to swindle him. Don't swindle him."
Very nice. No, I'm gonna give him the full. Hold on.
Are you mathing right now?
I really shouldn't have
razzle
to.
dazzle?
I really shouldn't have to. I'm gonna give him the 50 copper. And yeah, we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it.
Okay, cool, great. Well, this has been a fascinating 10 minutes. Just kidding.
Scintillating.
Hey, I did not bring us to the market, but if we show up there,
all right,
I'm gonna stock up.
Is there anything else that anybody else needs to buy?
Nah.
No? Okay. All right, so you guys gather up your new possessions, your potions, your giant fuck-off amount of arrows, and you start making your way back through the reception hall till you meet up with a couple of guards who start escorting you through a pair of doors. And as you all draw near, they turn back to you, and one of them says, I know y'all have done the city like a great service, but I do have to ask you to put these hoods on. And they hold out like 3 black hoods. And you remember, this is how you are escorted into the city, because they have a...
Yeah, so nobody can track their way back in.
Yeah.
Fine. Sarkar will put his on. Hester, you wore this one last time.
What gives it away?
I can tell by the way it smells.
Yeah, but
I know
what?
you don't want to sound racist, but that sounds a little racist.
I didn't say I smelled a rat, okay?
You didn't have to.
Y'all are arguing this in your hoods as you're being led around by these guards. And you can just hear like snickers from some of the guards as they finally like unhood you, and you are outside the main gates where you walked up just a handful of days ago in the long staircase that leads down. Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
Hey, does one of you chuckleheads have the lantern for us?
Oh, damn it. I didn't think he was gonna ask.
They
It would have
just
been
throw
kind
it
of
down
funny
the
if you got
stairs.
caught in a pit and then we had to come get you. All right.
I would not
And-
have found that funny.
Well, yeah, maybe not for you, but anyways, and they like walk over to the stone wall and they just like reach into a seemingly invisible crack and like pull open a door like a metal locker, just and they pull out this like intricate looking little lantern and they hand it over to you, Scylla. They go, here's
Y'all take the
one
lantern.
lantern of disillusionment, don't lose it. And then goes back over and closes up the locker.
Does not protect against shadow curses. Can confirm.
Yeah, so this is a lantern on like a stick. Like
Yeah.
No,
Hold it
it's on a
out.
chain. It can
On a
be buckled
stick.
to like your waist. I had this written down before Baldur's Gate came out. Thank you very much.
Sure, you did.
Damn it. So
Recycled content in Faerun, not in my Christian D&D game.
not here. Oh God.
Praise.
So you've been handed this lantern, and it glows with this purplish light, actually. And you can see inside there is a like collection of both crystals and bioluminescent fungi that are like kind of intertwined and stacked together that give off this glow. So you kind of have this permanent aura now around you, Scylla, so long as you carry this lamp, and it goes out 15 feet, and it any illusions that might be about you are instantly dispelled.
Nice.
Hester shrinks 3 inches.
All right. So you head off down the stairs into the tunnels beyond, and immediately you are greeted with paths that go to the left and to the right and branch off in diagonals. And you all recall that like when you came through here, it was basically just a straight shot. And Scylla, as you kind of step forward, as you draw nearer to one of the walls, you actually see it just fade away, and you can see like another path opening up, and it looks familiar to the same one that you had all passed through before. So
It seems to be a bit of a maze.
Yeah, this might be a considerable challenge. Hester, you have any ideas where to start?
Not a fucking one. Nobody really gave us an idea.
All right, we go left then. Very good.
Oh, well, okay.
Will, does the lantern look like super fragile?
no, it looks pretty sturdily constructed, actually. You would think it would take a good bit to damage it. As for the like crystals and fungi inside, it wouldn't take too much to like move them about. So you're not sure if like somehow they get damaged inside. Would that destroy the light or anything like that?
Okay. Interesting. All right. Left seems as good a direction as any.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Do we have any chalk still? Do we still have chalk?
You tell me.
I would think so.
We had it. Sephel had it.
Yes, Sephel had it.
Oh, never mind.
Piece of shit still screwed us over.
I mean, you can retcon and say that you bought chalk in the store if you
shut the fuck up.
We
We
are
did not
not
think of
cowards.
that.
We are not
She did-
cowards.
I will not have metagaming in this goddamn party.
Okay. Okay, buddy.
All right, that's fine. You said no to the chalk. Cool, good. All right, so you immediately start moving towards the left, and why don't you go ahead and roll me some either perception or survival checks?
Can I help? Can I help Hester do that?
Absolutely.
Are we all rolling?
That's up to you. If you want to help, I will give advantage to Hester, but you can roll your own if you want, Scylla.
Okay, Starcaller, help Hester. I will roll on my own.
Great. And so you see, this This rock is real. You can tell because of the way I poke it, it's still there.
Very interesting. 14.
Are you doing
16.
Ooh.
Perception.
Perception.
Survival.
I was being
Survival.
distracted by a nincompoop.
Okay.
He gave you disadvantage.
Yeah, you're both bickering over what's real and what's not as Scylla is like walking ahead and the lantern is just
Listen, I don't
clearing
care
the
what
path.
the geographers say. Moss on a rock is bullshit, especially in the Underdark. There's no sunlight. It makes no sense.
How long do you all expect to search in the tunnels? What's your game plan? Do you expect to go X amount, per day and then head your way back to the city, or are you going to be out here as long as it takes to find what you are looking for?
I feel like we are camping out.
You're camping out? Okay.
Because to me it feels like if you go back every time, you just lose a bunch of time.
Yeah.
Sure. That's entirely up to you guys. So the next thing is like as you're navigating your way through the tunnels between your checks, you are keeping your sense of direction pretty easily. However, the thing we all need to know here is what thing are you looking for first? Because you had interest in the forge. You had interest in finding this individual that could help with Artemis getting a tattoo, a magical tattoo. You have this Entomoc's boon place, and you have supposedly some kind of healer out here in these ways. What are you guys trying to locate first?
Yeah, Starcaller, what are we trying to locate first?
Well, it's quite obvious, my friend. First, we find the healer. Then, the tattoo artist. Then, we take a break and find the legendary forge of the Skyforger. Then...
That's the break?
Yes, well, that will be chill. Probably. And then, we get a second tattoo. And then we go back.
I would recommend that we search for evidence that a being has been in the area, and we hope to run into a person. It is difficult to find a specific one.
Yeah, I mean, what does a healer even look like? I feel like that's very subjective.
But I do agree we should look for an individual before we look for... Perhaps we will find this Entomoc's boon along the way, but searching for signs of life is perhaps the easiest thing.
Okay.
Sure.
All right, so you continue marching on, and you're winding your way through these tunnels. And that first check was to make sure you kept your sense of direction. I'm going to need another, and this is specifically only survival check from all of you, or you can gather up your resources here to give someone advantage to find specific signs of life or someone making their way through these tunnels.
Sam, what's your survival look like?
Plus dose.
Okay, I am slightly better than you.
You
Not
think?
much.
I will help Hester.
That worked
I will roll
so
solo.
well last time.
All right.
So the thing is, Hester, that if you go straight too many times, eventually you start to curve around. So you have to turn left to go straight.
I've learned the art of ignoring Starcaller very quickly. That's a 21.
Hey!
What you got, Sam?
I got a 6. I started listening to Starcaller.
And Starcaller got a rock.
Yeah, you're both like, I imagine there's a point where you reach an intersection and Hester's like, Scylla, can I have the lantern? And you and Starcaller are just like, daytime, nighttime over a rock that's like disappearing and reappearing.
Oh, god damn it.
Crusty crab pizza.
Nice. Hester,
I'm not saying the last guy threw himself off the ledge. I'm just saying I would understand.
Hester, after about 4 hours of working your way through these tunnels and taking various paths, you do finally pick up on a set of small, what you would believe to be deep gnome footprints that are faded. You think they're a couple of days old, but they have come through here. And this is the first sign of any tracks that you've seen at all. And the reason they
Okay.
pop up as well is because you see that they are moving through a collection of small fungi growing on the floor. And what strikes you all is they all weirdly look like these stalks of fungi look like tongues, like gray human tongues.
Gross.
Yeah.
Is that like a normal thing, or
Uh,
should we be worried about that?
do I know anything about these plants?
Yeah, can
Make
I... Do I know?
All of you.
Are they aquatic in any
Nature.
way?
They are not aquatic.
Nature, just a flat 11.
Okay.
5.
You're not quite sure, Hester.
8.
Nope. Star
Nobody
color.
knows.
Nobody knows. Okay. They look like nobody knows the fungus I've seen. You,
Accurate.
as you're tracking these particular steps, you see that they move through these tongue-like fungi going to the north now and seem to branch off in a different direction through them. A couple of things you can identify about this fungi is it doesn't appear to be poisonous in any way. So you would, in fact, think it is a form of edible fungi. But do you continue to follow these tracks to the north, or do you want to press on searching for other clues?
I think continue following the tracks. Right?
Okay.
This is like the
I would
first kind of
agree.
life that we've seen.
Yeah, if nothing else, one person might lead us to another.
Right.
Mhm.
Sure. Okay.
Even if they're not Leary the Skyforger.
So you guys continue on this path, and you go for about another hour, and you keep coming across these patches of this weird tongue-like fungi. And of course, you're seeing bits and pieces of torch stalk and the one called nightlight, which is like these tall tubers that glow. And eventually, like, you're seeing that the only time you pick up on these tracks is when they're wading through this tongue-like fungi, until at one point you see what looks like a small camp was actually made amongst a large patch, and you can see that there are old burned torch stalks there. One, like, you know, they were clearly picked and used, and you can see what looked like a little campfire site. And a number of these tongue-like stalks in the surrounding area have been cut down.
Like they've been picked almost, or like bushwhacking.
Make a survival check.
Okay. And forgive me if you already mentioned this, Will, but how large are these? Or like how big are these? Like, are they the size of human tongues, or just the shape?
They are the shape, but they are like a foot tall. They're pretty
Okay.
big. They're like a foot tall and about 6 to 7 inches wide.
Well, in like real world, like outside D&D, would they almost look like large gray aloe plants, like aloe leaves?
No.
Okay.
This might be gross for some of you. Have any of you ever seen a pig's tongue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Okay. It looks like a literal pig's tongue just coming up out of the
Oh.
ground, and there's dozens and hundreds of them, and it's just like, as you're moving through, they're not wet, but the way they move, it's almost like your legs are being in fact licked. It's weird.
Mm.
Nasty, dude.
Yeah. What'd you get on your
when you-
survival check, by the way?
I got a 16.
Okay, 16. Sam, go ahead. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, all good. When we patched the torch stalks, would there have been an opportunity to make dynamite?
Yeah, you can absolutely pick and try to bundle them up for sure.
I didn't like how you said
You-
it, but
Well,
You know exactly why he said it that way.
well, here's the thing.
I'll
You've
try.
been in the Underdark long enough, and you remember from your
Sue
time
taught
with,
me.
with Sue that, like, there's a 1 in 6 chance that whenever you pick a torch stalk, it explodes in your face right then and there.
oh, when you pick it, I thought it was when you lit it.
No, it's well, let me just double check actually.
Ah.
That's a
I
good
think
point.
I thought
No,
it was when
it is
you lit
it is when it's lit. Yes, correct.
Ooh. No, that would have
Um,
been
Yeah, that would have
Okay.
been bad. So I will
Bad.
say roll me another survival check to see how many you can pick here.
17.
17? Nice. You manage to get you pick up 20 stocks.
Wow.
And it will be another check later
Okay.
on to form them into individual bundles.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Which you could do now, depending on how much investigation you want to do into this campsite with Hester.
I can wait.
You can wait? Okay. So you just
Mhm.
pop them into the bag of holding. Hester, with your 16, if I remember right?
Yep.
Okay. With your 16, it looks like a number of these weird tongue-like fungi were harvested. As you don't see, you can see what look like skewers and little like makeshift cooking stuff put over this fire-like area, and you see little crumbles of it around the fire, like burnt pieces. So clearly they were eaten here, these stalks, by whoever came through.
Okay.
The other thing you would think is that they definitely rested here for a full night's rest, essentially. They were here for a little while before you see that their tracks move to the east now, kind of doubling back, going north, and then to the east, going into another curved tunnel. At this point, it is getting close to the end of the day for you all. Do you want to sit and rest or push on?
My inclination is for us to push on. If the individual we are seeking has recently rested, I would hate to lose them while we rest.
I'm not.
Well, you know
against
these
the
tracks are
argument.
like 3 days old, so
Oh, my bad.
you're not sure.
Also, keep in mind, if we exhaust ourselves, tracking in this already strange labyrinth becomes a lot more difficult. I think.
Starcall?
I could go for a cat nap, personally.
A
You don't
rat
know that
nap it
spell.
is.
Rat nap.
Rat nap.
Rat nap it.
Rat nap it. Okay, so correct me, Brendan. Did you say you wanted to long rest it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you all set down for camp. You are digging into some rations. I'm assuming you all have. Correct me on that. You got them?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
So mark those off for all of you because I think everybody is required to eat and drink. Do you have a fire for the night?
Scylla could do without, but
I mean, I have the light of the sun incarnate, if you would like heat or warmth. That Dawn said she's the magic axe that
Yep.
she hangs around.
No, we got it.
Okay.
No, I mean, I think a small controlled fire is not a bad idea for a little bit of warmth. I don't know how. Well, I would know. How cold does it get down here at night?
Actually not that cold. It's surprisingly warm within these tunnels. So you think if you want any kind of fire, it's for cooking up or, whatever rations you have or types of food you want to use, or it's just an extra means of illuminating the area around you. But I think everybody's got dark vision, so.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe we deep six the fire.
Okay. So you all settle in for the night. Who's taking first watch, or are you not doing a watch?
I can take first.
I can take second.
And then Scylla bring it up. Okay. All right. So you all bed down for the evening. Is there anything special that y'all are doing within this time before that? I'm curious because this is the first time that you've been out of the city in a few days.
Yeah. I think Hester will approach Starcaller. forgive me, I don't want to ask too much, but I believe we had we had sort of discussed a standing arrangement that immediately, like the very next night lapsed, where if you had any available resources left in the magic department, I could perchance capitalize on some of those for these spell gems I have. Is that something you are still amenable to?
Absolutely. Is there any certain spell you're in the market for?
Something that doesn't require melee, in particular. But I am open to anything that you can spare. I have the ability to store first and second level at this point. So
Let's get jiggy with it then. Yeah. Yeah, I can get you with a second level.
all right, dope. What you got, boy?
I'll imbue a spiritual weapon for you.
Ooh, spicy. Spicy. Thank you very much.
I'll be doing the same, but I'm gonna put Hunter's Mark into my first level spell gem.
Okay. So you power up each other's gems, and you bed down for the night. Hester, can you... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna also make that dynamite.
Oh, yes. All right. Let's see here.
Oh my.
20 torch stalks. Bundling
Yeah,
up.
let's... You don't have, like, Tinker Tools proficiency with that or anything, right?
Who's to say?
Would an herbalism kit help at all with this?
No.
I got thieves' tools and playing cards.
I have calligrapher's supplies.
Great.
I will give you
You
the
lived
choice.
underwater.
Yeah, and I had to chart a lot of territory.
With what ink?
Squid.
It doesn't work underwater.
This is a fantasy game. Let me live my life.
Deep Lake Squid Ink works
No,
underwater, man.
Underwater, you're not using ink. You are cross-stitching.
Wow, that's a commitment.
So that still doesn't explain the calligraphy tools.
Why? You can be a calligrapher with cross-stitching. My calligrapher's tools are just thread, a needle, and fabric.
Huh?
Isn't calligraphy specifically the writing?
Did I write it down wrong?
I think it's Sam stretching it. Wait, do you mean cartographer's tools?
I think that is what I'm thinking of, but it does say calligrapher's supplies.
Those are very different.
Oh no! How did I get calligrapher's supplies?
Nobody can handle Sam.
How did I get these?
Oh sure. When I say it.
Nobody.
It's the way you said it, Brendan, and you know it.
Gosh,
I didn't
all right,
like
Sam.
your tone.
It says. I'm a student of war, and I got to pick a type of artisan's tools.
Good. That's good.
And I chose
great.
calligraphers.
Yeah.
Wait.
Okay.
So you're proficient with cartographer's tools, but you have calligraphy tools.
No. I am an idiot. I have calligrapher supplies, and that is what I am proficient in.
Got you. So the cartographer stuff was bullshit.
Yes.
Great. Okay.
But I would argue.
Sam,
You
I'm gonna have
can.
you roll me either I'm gonna give you three options: a nature, a survival, or just a flat dex check. It's dex or
Dex.
wisdom. Okay.
10.
Okay. You make 2 bundles.
Okay.
It took you 10 to make 2 decent-sized bundles, about the same of what Sue had made before.
Hell yeah. Cool.
All right.
I sign them with my ink and my pen.
They detonate
Wait,
immediately.
hold on. You got to stick with the story here. I thought it was cross-stitching. Come on now.
It's both.
It's both. All right. Jeez. It's yeah, you paint it on and then you embroider over it.
Listen, guys,
Yes.
I'm gonna end the episode here. We'll come back when Sam knows what she's fucking proficient with.
Hester, roll me a perception check.
I don't
Stop.
want it
Get us outta
anymore.
here.
Are you bullying me?
Great. I'm so angry at Scylla's ignorance. That's a natural 1.
Okay.
For a total of a 7.
All right.
Hester's like grumbling the whole time, like, how in the fuck? How do you confuse that goddamn Starcaller with his fucking moss and Scylla with her damn calligraphy? No one knows nothing.
Hester, I found some more moss over here. Do you think that means it's north?
I'm done talking to you.
I am just happy to be here.
Eventually, Starcaller and Scylla settle into their own cots, rollouts, bedrolls, all that kind of whichever stuff you want to be using. Until Hester, you're on your own and you're grumbling to yourself, just like, what the hell? And you don't notice at first that you can hear what sounds like that like crunch sound when you tear up a good stalk of lettuce. And you hear that and you like look over towards the sound and you don't see anything happening. But you notice after a moment that it looks like a new patch of that tongue fungi is gone. And then in a totally different spot, you hear... And then you hear what sounds like very soft, almost like footsteps.
Can I go over to where Scylla is sleeping and grab the lantern and hold it up in that direction?
Absolutely. So you go over... Are you doing this quietly, by the way?
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check.
Okay.
At advantage because you're in darkness?
Yes.
Well, he was in darkness, now he's holding a lantern.
This is just to
That's a
get to the
valid
lantern.
point.
We're not worried about that at first. So this is
Okay.
with advantage here.
Does the lantern give light and dispel illusion?
It does give off a light. You're surrounded with the purple light if it's there.
Oh, yeah.
I rolled the same thing twice, so it's a dirty 20.
Okay. You get over to the lamp and you hear this... And then I imagine you probably covered it. Otherwise, there's this constant light going on. So how do you pull out the lamp? Is it like super fast, like whip it off, hold up the light, and hope you catch whatever's doing this, or do you do it very slowly?
I think I'm gonna stalk back closer to where the noise is. So like turn back. I'm like listening. I'm gonna get until it sounds close, and then I'm gonna whip off the cover.
Okay. You start moving to where you last heard it. And as you get there, you can see in the darkness that there's nothing but a new missing patch of this tongue fungi. And then you hear it about 30, 40 feet in a different direction, going down a different tunnel. And you could see that there was this... these nightlight stalks farther down, and your dark vision goes about 120 feet, right?
Yeah.
You see this shadow cross in front of one, and then you just hear this as this stalk all of a sudden goes dark. And you can hear what sounds like something moving down about 120 feet away from you.
It sounds like it's moving away, though.
It sounds like it's just kind of moving about in that spot.
Okay.
And because it's at the edge of your vision, you can't quite make it out, but there's some kind of form moving down that way.
Okay. I am not going to wake the others yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep an eye on it now that I know where it is and sort of can see the shape.
Mm-hmm.
If it starts if it starts getting too close, I'll wake the others. Otherwise, I will just point it out to Starcaller when his watch begins.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Sure. 13.
Okay. You don't see the form down that way anymore. But you
it just
do.
keeps disappearing.
It just keeps disappearing. And then you hear what sounds like movement getting closer and closer to you, but you don't see anybody.
All right. He'll rouse the others.
As you turn around to go back to the camp, you come face to face with this hooded, hunched-backed figure with these long, kind of pointy-esque ears sticking out of these dark, deep embroidered robes. You don't see their face, but just hot, humid breath just wafts into your face, and this long, gnarled, bent, and nailed hand comes up in front of you, and you just hear, "Sleep." And that's where we leave it tonight.
Uh-oh.
That's a doozy. And we thank you very much for joining us for a doozy of an episode here at the Madness Table. We'll see you next week.